Hi Virgo, welcome to your 2016 general reading. I decided to do a yearly reading just to give you a little bit of guidance upon the possible energies that may be manifested through the year for your specific sign. And as always, keep in mind that this is just a general reading, so always take what it feels right and with what resonates with your own life experiences at that time. Also, if you would like a private reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. I would love to hear from you. So, Virgo, this is a year of birth. You have many aces overall the year, and aces are really the raw energy of beginnings. It's the potential, it's the birth of something. And you have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. So I believe you are trying to manifest something into your physical life that is going to provide you a sense of fulfillment, a sense of clarity, a sense of passion, and a sense of moving forward with your life and being able to succeed at the stage of this time for you in ways that you haven't felt before, because you have been in a process during 2015 of understanding and letting go of many things that emotionally were not providing you growth. And as painful, as hurtful, as difficult and challenging that it could have been during 2015 or during this last years over emotional issues, you have mastered, or you are proposed to go into the path of mastering the art of letting go, the art of detachment of your own emotions, of the own identification within your own emotional traumas and conditionings, in order to open up to higher states of love, intimate love, love with another human being, of course, love with yourself, love with the community at large, love with the universe. And so Virgos have been going through this process of connecting with the higher sense and the higher meaning of love. And so this is not, when we talk about understanding love as a higher concept than what we were taught or what we perceived as one-to-one relationships, it's not that easy to understand and to really integrate within ourselves, because we are conditioned to believe that love is something that it's about another person that you have to know, another person that you have to share memories and situations with, someone that it's a part of your group and a part of your tribe. And we are not really taught to look at love as a higher conscious state, as the whole picture of it. And so it's not easy to integrate this breathing, walking love upon everything, and especially towards ourselves. And so Virgo have had a lot of lessons upon self-love, which included deceptions, which included disappointments, which included tears being shed, which included moments of despair emotionally, to find a higher meaning beyond those situations. And I believe for the majority of you, 2016, it's when, after being drowned for all of those situations that emotionally might have been challenging, you now come to the surface and are able to breathe again and take all that you have learned, all that you have mastered beyond these years about emotions, and balance it out in the physical aspects of life. So it's like you were in the internal process of yourself, into healing, into understanding, into digesting, into questioning, into having a crisis of faith upon everything that you hold as sure up until that time. And now it's a time to go outside, which is very interesting, because usually when I do these readings, and even to the majority the people I read personally, we are called upon to go inwards, because usually it's where we have the hardest time to really tap into our own inner wisdom, because it's so uncomfortable to make this internal, subjective, irrational, internal quest, that we tend to go outside to look for answers. We tend to go to distractions. We tend to go to the material aspects of life and see it as the only three-dimensional perspective and reality, as the only one to care for and the only one to be successful at. And it's like, for you, it's kind of the opposite. You are being pushed to go outside. You are being pushed to manifest something. You are being pushed to move mentally, emotionally, physically into higher states of consciousness, into higher works, into purpose, into a purpose that is calling upon your ability to go beyond even your own boundaries, to go beyond the boundaries you set before, of what it is your comfort zone, of what it is your public image, of what it is that you want to show to the world, of what it is your voice. Actually, you are finding back your voice in 2016. And it's a year where you really want to find this ability to empower yourself by your ability to hold your ground, your ability to build something out of all the chaos, out of all the imagination, out of all the despair that you have found before, and use it to that advantage, which is the juice, which is the soul, which is the ability to put something meaningful into a tangible work, as a creative pursuit, as a relationship, as a new interest, as a new job, as a new career, as anything that calls upon your sense of self to go beyond the reality that you had before. This could be as a simple thing as being interested really on a different subject, being into new types of understanding of life, being into looking at yourself and projecting yourself in a very different way, thinking about being a mother, thinking about traveling, thinking about just being and doing something that in the past probably you wouldn't conceive, or you wouldn't really think about as deeply, as passionate, as strong as you do right now. And so you begin the year really on this idea of, yes, I am very tired. You have the Nine of Wands beginning in January. So yes, I'm tired. Yes, I endured a lot of battles on my way. I faced a lot. I'm wounded, but I still hold my ground. This is a card of firmness. This is a card of strength, of truth, ability to stand strong, to defend yourself, to defend your territory, in such a way that you start to believe and you start to manifest things again out of that assurance and out of that belief that you have a very singular vision, you have a very singular, unique expression of things you want to do, and so you will not let them go. Even if physically you are tired and mentally you are exhausted, you still have in you, which I believe it's your spirit because it's fire, you have in you the spirit to be there, to be present within that territory, to be present within that idea. So you may begin the year a little bit tired, a little bit in the need to really be watchful and careful and cautious upon your environment and the way that environment may be impacting you. But at the same time, it's a month and it's the beginning of the year that pushes you to the next level, which is you are almost there. You are in a process of completion, of ending that cycle of exhaustion, of struggle, of wanting to push forward an idea, a plan, a desire, and actually starting to see it manifested. Because then in February, you have the Ace of Wands, which is amazing. So it's following, you see. He's holding that wand, that idea, that purpose, that vision, that intention as wounded as he is, he holds it with all of his being because he knows that it's worth it. He knows that it's a part of himself. He knows that it will carry him into his purpose, into his happiness, into his joy, and he will renew his own energies by doing it, by giving birth to this idea, to this plan, to this business. And so it's because of that belief, like I was telling you, it's because of that ability to even be so stubborn that you don't let go of what you believe is your truth and your right, that in February there's a possibility you have this breakthrough, this opportunity to plant a seed of an amazing project, of an amazing creative self-expression endeavor, in whichever way it is, as a hobby, as a relationship, as a project, as a business idea, whatever. It's something that it's manifested to you to ignite passion, to ignite flame, and to make you act, to make you go into again those lands, those higher states of consciousness, those travels you want to do, those higher visions, higher pictures you have in your mind, and actually pushing you forward into that path. And also, if you begin the year again feeling tired, feeling exhausted, feeling that things are so it's a struggle to get where you want, here in February it's like you are being recharged. This could be simply as a recharge of batteries. Okay, February you can ignite passion in some sense. You can begin something that is very, very fruitful to you, that it's very auspicious in terms of it's like the spring in terms of igniting new life, new hope, colors where there was no colors, flavors where there was no flavors. Do you understand? All that I say is, of course, it's a metaphor, but if you can understand it, it's you can identify within your own experiences where this could apply and where this could make sense. If you have been having a creative block, if you have been feeling uninspired, if you have been feeling as simply as, again, tired, from February you could feel a spark coming back to you, making you feel alive and driving you to push you into a path of balance, which actually is what it is at work at here. You only have two major arcana here in your spread, and they are very positive and spiritual oriented. So again, it makes me feel that 2016 for you is it's a time really of you you holding your own life within and taking it where you want. It's up to you. It's up to your effort to again to push yourself beyond your limitations, to push yourself beyond your comfort zone. It's like you are being spiritual oriented, yes, but you have a lot of free will and choice to give birth to whichever you have been wanting to give birth. So it's upon, again, really focusing and putting your intentions into the right goals, making an evaluation, making a revision of your plans and structuring those goals, because whichever you put your mind and your focus into 2016, there's a real chance that you could see it being manifested, because you have done massive amounts of work internally, spiritually. Even if you are not conscious about it, you have. And then from March, you have the Two of Swords, and again, talking about the need to compromise, talking about indecisions, talking about a feeling of excitation and sometimes denial. So I believe, again, because you have following the Queen of Pentacles, this is about your path in life. What makes you feel mentally, emotionally, and physically aligned with your sense of self and purpose. This is about partnerships and partnering up with other people in your life that may be, for one hand, mentally stimulated. I'm sorry, give you mental stimulation and help you in this creative path, and the other hand, people that may drown you, that may drain out of that energy and make you more confused. So March, you may have to make decisions. You may have to implement a system of conciliation within your peers, within your relationships. And I believe because she's protecting her heart, this really has to do with the rational ideas that you have about what path you are called to go towards the spirit, the emotion, and what path mentally and logically seems the right one to you. So there's a need of compromise, there's a need of understanding, there's a need of reflection, yes, upon what it is that you want to do, what it is that it's in the need of integration, what it is that you can conciliate and you cannot conciliate. This could be two projects, two relationships, two ideas, two systems of beliefs that are at the crossroads because one pushes you into the way of the Ace of Wands and the other one pushes you into the way of the Queen of Pentacles. And this could be you because she's the Earth Queen and she likes safety, she likes security, she's very nurturing, she's very devoted to the family, she's in contact with nature, she's in contact with fertility, she's in contact with everything that blossoms naturally in life and peacefully. She's practical, she's organized, and she has a very thorough outlook into work beyond just the type of everyday routine work. It's a work where again, it's connected with her nature, it's connected with her sense of giving, of offering something very unique about her talents, and making it useful, making it helpful into a system, into a system that becomes manageable and workable, because she helped it constructed in some way. I don't know if you can understand what I'm trying to say here. Sometimes my English is not that great, but what I'm trying to say is the Queen of Pentacles is someone that values the systems of work that has a purpose, that has a higher meaning to it, beyond just the normal 9 to 5 job. She doesn't mind making the 9 to 5 job, but she has to have her essence. She has to have her essence of earth in it, because if she doesn't, it starts to be just an overdriven materialistic overview of life, and so sooner or later that will create an imbalance. So this Two of Swords again in March is making a split between the Ace of Wands going in the direction of the new, passion, creative, risky, and the Queen of Pentacles being there where you are, in your safety, in your home, in your environment, in what you know, in what you already have, and what you already obtained. So you might have to make decisions or compromises between a conventional, more secure, that you are used to type of living, and one that it's calling for a bit of more risk taking and ability to go beyond your own safety limits. And actually, it's not about it's not about choosing one or the other, because this is the Two of Swords. I believe it's about finding a middle ground between what it is that you are starting, what it is that you want to start, and what you allow yourself to take from these experiences of the Queen of Pentacles, which is your ability to organize, your ability to plan, your ability to nurture, your ability to be in contact with something that is sure to bring you safety and is sure to bring you comfort, because whichever you are doing into the new, you are doing it carefully. So it's finding this, if you do feel in March split and very indecisive about which way to go in terms of your professional life, I believe hold still, think about it, reflect upon where you can meet these two energies and actually join them and find a conciliation. Because in May, you have temperance. So really, I believe you are guided to find the alchemy. So to do alchemy with apparent two opposite different forces that actually when you join them, they can bring you this very unique third element, which is magical, and it's promoting beauty and art to happen. So you can join two different forces that are calling to you in March. You can join the physical with the emotional. You can find balance, and you are being divided, guided to do so. But as well, there's a here sense of from March, April, and May that you may have to be patient and wait for the right time, which is right there in June. May have You may have to wait for the right time to be manifested and to happen in order to actually start making new movements towards something. Because there's this type of waiting energy, but it's a waiting of contemplation, it's a waiting of reflection, that it's breathing peace and beauty into your understanding of what it is and where it is that you want to go next, which is to go beyond the challenges, to go beyond what you have learned before and where you want to go right now. This is walking away from troubled waters. This is putting an effort to go beyond your conditionings, to go beyond your patterns of your mind that keep you stuck where you are. So in June, you could be determined to make a movement, which could be mentally, emotionally, or physically. Sometimes this card can indicate travel, can indicate a need to travel, to experience new ways of living, new cultures, new beliefs, new systems. And so it is a very empowering time, 2016. If you have been feeling a sense of weight upon your shoulders, if you have been feeling a sense of burden, especially a mental anguish or anxiety, there seems to be an overall in the first half of 2016 a lot of effort on your side to go beyond that anguish, to surface above all those troubled emotions in order to go somewhere, to a place that it resonates with your own natural sense of security and abundance. Because then in July you have the Ace of Pentacles. So in a very mundane, objective way, this could mean that you are moving for a new job, you are moving for a new work opportunity, you are going towards opportunities of new wealth. And wealth can mean anything related to the physical senses. So it could mean that your health is improving, your physical stamina and energy again is improving, your sense of togetherness with your body is improving. Whatever physically you want to improve in 2016, you will find the right amounts of opportunities and doors opening into a path of real abundance in all senses, not just physically in terms of what you perceive is physical immediate survival needs, but also to be connected with it at the soul level, which will then open that gate of new life you are aspiring to go towards. And I get a sense, because all of this ace is here, and especially this one with the ace of wands, that the spring could be a very important time. And like the spring, there will be something blossoming. There's something being given birth, given beauty. It's a very high level, either internally or outside of you. But I feel for you, it will be more outside, which is very magical because it's a reward. If you have been doing again a lot of effort to be more self-conscious, to have a better understanding of yourself, of your own conditionings and patterns, here you have this amazing, beautiful rewards, not because actually we are rewarded intentionally, but because you raise your vibration to a higher state of consciousness, to a more self-love approach towards yourself and others, in order to deserve this new flourishment to happen in your life. And then in August you have the Nine of Swords, but funny enough, it came reversed. So, and it's right above that Ace of Wands. So again, it's like this, whatever in the past caused you anxiety over new beginnings, over new excitement, over new adventures, over taking risks and getting out of your comfort zone. It seems that no longer is having that effect on you. And in August, you can have a really pretty good example of that. It's like whatever leftover of worries, of again mental patterns still very deep in your mind are going to be shown to you, that you are getting over it, that you are getting stronger, that you are getting more mentally focused and mentally prepared to deal with challenges of life, knowing that whatever you perceive, everything is a matter of perception. And so whatever truths you are changing, whatever conceptions and beliefs you are shifting your understanding of, is going to pay off, especially in terms of resting your mind, of putting a lot of calm energy into dealing again with the excitement and with the new. So if in the past you had issues surrounding your mind being very overloaded by information, not resting, not sleeping enough, not taking care enough of that mental health, which is so important. During 2016, again, it's going to be a major breakthrough in terms of getting back together, yourself back together to a way that allows you again to show yourself outside to the world in a way that you didn't have present before. Also following it, you have in September, which is your month, the Three of Wands, which is a great card. Again, new ventures, again, waiting for your ship to come and take you far, looking at the horizon of possibilities, wanting to bring forward your ideas, your creative ideas, your amazing new ideas, new projects, new visions of life. It's whatever it is, you are with the thirst in 2016, a lot of thirst to go beyond the known. You want to go towards the unknown. And maybe in the beginning that may cause you an anxiety, but it seems that overall the year, you will allow yourself to go with the flow and relax a little bit, and being able to enjoy the adventure, even if you don't know everything, even if there's steps missing in your plan. You will not inhibit yourself to go towards that adventure because of that, as maybe you did before. Because here you have, again, your idea, the joining forces of your masculine and feminine power, giving birth to whatever you begin here. Whatever you begin in the beginning of 2016, around January and February, definitely in September, you will see it. You will see advancements of it. You will see it, the product or the idea or the project finalized, or getting to a culmination point where you can start taking opportunities and ventures with it. It's when it will be physically manifested in some sense. And there's a sense that it will open doors to you. It will open doors to you, and it will open a new amazing mental state. It's all about your mind in 2016, all about your mind. So if you have been having problems with your mind, listening too much to those voices, trying to control you, trying to keep you in the box, trying not to allow you to go into a path of clarity, of rest, of stillness, of deep meditative state, of insight, here you have again the new opportunity, the new beginning in terms of birth, a new birth of the way you perceive yourself and the world mentally. So your abilities to think, your abilities to write, your abilities to speak, your abilities to socialize, to network, they are very, very good in 2016, and they are developing into something that it's going to be manifested physically, because you have this all around pentacles and swords and wands. There's not just one cup card in the end of the reading. So it's all about emotion, all about thoughts, ideas, getting information, knowledge, wisdom out there into a system, into a work, into a purpose, that it fits your happiness, that it fits your sense of what passion for knowledge is in some way. And so the Ace of Swords here, really in October, talking about your focus, your decision, your ability to get to the truth. It's a time where you will be very determined to go beyond everything that happened, and whatever you need to clarify, whatever you need to talk to and towards, you will go in that direction, because even if it could be challenging in the beginning, again, your mind is being given an opportunity of new life. And so for that new life to happen, you will make the necessary cuts. You will go beyond what you already know. And then you will go into a state of reflection. You have the Hanged Man, which is the second major card that you have for 2016 in November. And the Hanged Man, really, it's a card that has been following you. And I believe, looking at this spread, showing up in the end of the year, it's really the moment of reflection of this new way of perceiving yourself and the world that you gain, this new perception, this new way of looking at things, of understanding things, your perceptions completely changing, your perceptions completely going into different directions and going to places that you thought you would never go. So the Hangman, again, here in November, talks a month of reflection, and a month of there you will be much more drawn to dive into the mysteries of life, of yourself, the enigmas, the question marks that you still have with you, but in such a way that actually for this time I feel this Hangman in a very not the usual confused way or stagnant way. Here is, I believe, you will take a break to reflect upon every single thing you improved in 2016, every single thing that happened that took you far, far beyond what you thought initially that it would. And you will contemplate the mystery behind it. You will contemplate the beauty around it and feel, in my opinion, this is an opportunity to feel deeply connected with your spiritual self in November, and to be thankful and grateful and pray and do whatever type of spiritual techniques and therapies that you use to gain those energies, to feed your soul, to get closer to that spirit self. Because I believe in all year it's much more about yourself as an individual, and upon your actions and your words. And here it's like you go back to that spiritual sense that you have gained in 2016, that spiritual beauty and accompanying energy around you, driving you to go towards this path of growth. And then you end the year with another amazing card, the Three of Cups, which is great because usually December, it's a time of celebration. It's a time of finding enjoyment with all that that contemplation of, again, that contemplation upon every single thing that happens during the year, and understanding that whichever happened that you perceived as a gain or a loss, as good or bad, it's worth celebrating. It's worth going out with the people you love and celebrate the existence of life itself. So whatever you begin again in 2016, there's a huge chance that not only you will see it manifested, you will see the opportunities coming to you. You will develop a new sense of self, especially in terms of your mind, and you will not be alone celebrating your improvements. You will have people in your life, good friends, good honest friends, that are accompanying you in this journey of raising your awareness of life and celebrating together with them. So whatever whatever happens during 2016, it ends in a good note because it ends with you surrounded with this excitement energy, with this excitement of laughter, of joy, of again contemplation of every amazing thing you have around you that is worth celebrating and that usually we take for granted and we forget that it's worth celebrating. And so, yeah, Virgo, this is a very huge development oriented year because you are proposed to go in some area of your life, which I believe is work and creative projects and everything connected with the physical senses. You are proposed to go far. You are advised to not to stick and settle for less than you know you are capable of and deserve. Do not settle for less than your gifts, than your talents, because if you have them, it's for a reason. So why not share them to the world and inspire other people by it? So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really love to make those for you, and I hope you have a great year and full of joy and happiness. And hopefully we'll see each other soon. So thank you so much.